right now. My sign is falling in the back.
Oh, no.
Guys, we tried.
Hey, but
We
you
really
know
tried.
what? It's the thought that counts. And
It is the thought that counts.
perfection is boring.
It is.
This
but,
adds character.
but also I wish it would stick. It looks so good.
Well,
I just hope it doesn't fall all the way. Everybody's just kind of like on the other side of the room. We're just back in the corner.
Yeah, I wish you guys could see what we're seeing. They're all partying, and we're just here in the corner.
We're the nerds.
Oh!
There goes the sign.
No!
There goes the sign. It's okay.
Shoot!
It's okay. We're okay.
Do you want me to
though.
put it back up?
No, because it won't stay. It won't stay. Yeah.
Dang it.
But it's okay. Here, we're just going to bring it in the front.
Yeah. Maybe lean it on something?
Yeah.
I could just hold it above my head. And my arm will give out, but I'll do it until it gives out.
We're just going to do this.
There you go. You think they can see that?
Oh, yeah, you can. They can definitely see that.
Okay.
They can definitely see that. Anyway, yeah, it's been a great night of films. We're going to get into it. We're going to interview some directors, and we're just going to talk about a lot of different things. Talk about community. I mean, just the fact that there's so many people here that are in the creative field, in the filmmaking field, people that came out to see good films, but also so many other people that, like, support it, too. I think that's the biggest thing. And so Jace and Hudson talked about it on the other podcast, but just talking about having live feedback and having people that are in the room either laughing or crying or doing whatever in reaction to your film. It's like such a big thing. So Fuel the Fire is just alive and well. It's doing its thing.
Yeah, it's like the support is real.
Yeah. I gotta get some water over here. Thank you, Abigail.
Hydration.
It's key.
We
So
love
key.
hydration. Because, you know, we're 80% water, so we probably should drink it, you know?
We probably should.
Probably
we probably should drink
Good
it.
idea.
I'm going to get our first director over here. I made eye contact with her. Miss Julia.
Ooh.
Julia. She's got to get on.
Here
She's
comes.
even got her flowers. She's got her flowers.
Woo!
She's ready to go. Come sit down.
Come on
talk
in.
to us.
Yeah.
Come right in the middle. Oh, you can bring your flowers in.
I
it's
love
okay.
the outfit.
Go ahead and throw those headphones on, and then we can start talking.
This is exciting.
How are you?
So fun.
I'm so good.
Yeah?
Sweet.
I'm doing great. There you go.
Oh, shit.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Should I wear the hat?
Yeah, you should wear the hat. Are you kidding me?
We're all repping here.
Fuel the Fire
Yeah.
merch.
It's a brand new
We're
event.
Yes, yes.
we're tripleting right now.
Yeah, we are.
So good.
Not just twinning. Testing.
Miss Julia, what's her last name again?
Harris.
Harris. I was gonna say that too. I should have
you?
just guessed it. No, I was. It was in my mind. It was top
He
of
wasn't
my
going to
mind.
say that.
What's your name?
Okay.
Liv.
What is it?
Liv.
Liv. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Your film was amazing.
Oh,
We're
thank
just
you.
here to, like, talk about it.
Yeah. Why'd
Just
you
so
make your
exciting.
film? First of all, what was the name of it? Because I was out here setting up, so I didn't see it.
You didn't see
I
it?
didn't see it. Yeah. I'm about honesty on this podcast. I wasn't gonna try to
You're like
BS
full
it.
transparency.
Yeah.
Full
No,
transparency.
please. Thank you for setting this up.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
So, can you hold the mic closer to you?
Yes, I can. It's kind of
Um,
loud in my ears.
Oh, I got you down. I'll turn it down.
Yeah, just kind of.
There you go.
There.
Is that better?
Testing.
that
Yes.
better? Cool.
So much better. Yeah.
Let's go. Okay, so why'd you make your film? What inspired it, and what inspires you to create?
I'm
Do
so
it?
happy you asked me.
Yeah.
So I made my film
Mm-hmm.
because I knew I wanted to solo travel, and it was something on my heart for a very long time. But the anxiety that I got from that idea was so large, and I don't really experience anxiety or fear.
Yeah.
And so just because of those reasons, I was just like, okay, one, you have to do this. And two, let's record this because this is a unique feeling for yourself. It's probably something other people experience, and I'd like to, show hopefully a positive experience. When you go into something like that, it's almost like you're recording a documentary, so I didn't know what would come out on the other side. And it was positive, and I hope that film encourages people to travel as well.
I love that. I love travel.
I'm so
I'm
sad
here
you
for it.
missed it because it was really cool.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah,
Like,
you're gonna have to watch
ASAP.
it. I've thought the same thing. I'm like, man, I really should try that. The closest I got to it, I moved out of my small cow town in northern Nevada to New York City when I was like 18. I didn't know anybody, but I went for school. So it was a little different. And like you just adjust because you're there for a purpose instead of just traveling on a whim and not knowing what to expect. That's really badass. And I think a lot of people aren't willing to go past their comfort zone to just experience.
Yep.
And that's so cool how you didn't have an expectation. And so really anything that comes up is exactly what you needed.
You're living free.
Yeah.
You're living free.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's so hard right now for any of us to really do that.
Very true.
But I had a project I was supposed to shoot in Hawaii. So when it all fell through, which, you know, a lot of projects that happens just in the creative world, I was kind of like, you know what, let's just try and make some lemons here anyway. I think that's a bigger challenge to do, that I had something fall through that I wanted a lot to direct like a feature film in Hawaii. Let's just go anyway.
Yeah, why not? Just
Yeah.
send it.
Yeah.
Hawaii's a great place too. You can't go wrong.
Where are you from?
I'm from Kentucky.
Oh, okay. So are you
Middle of
pretty
the
well
US.
traveled, or was that really your first time like going for it?
I've traveled before. I hadn't traveled by myself before. So
There's a huge difference, by the way.
there
Solo
is.
traveling is tough. It's hard, but it's so fun.
It's
it
so
teaches you so
fun.
many things.
The closest thing I've got was I was stuck on a layover in Amsterdam for 24 hours, and there was nothing I could do about it. But it was because of wind. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go out in the wind anyways. And that was not a good idea, but I saw some things. So
You
there was
probably
that.
saw your hair in your face.
Yes. Actually, I could barely see things because they're everywhere. But it was fun. Well, what started your whole journey of filmmaking? What kind of sparked that for you?
I was a kid filmmaker, so
Like
you-
camcorder?
Yeah.
Like what types of films would you make?
the first film I made was climbing a tree.
Really?
Yeah, because my parents would always be like, well, my mom was like, why are you climbing this tree? And one day I had her camera, and I took it up with me because I wanted to show her. And I just got up there, and then when I was at the top, I like pretended like I was falling. But of course, you know, I was like 10, so I had no concept of editing. And that footage is gone, ripped to the
No.
winds. Yeah, but my first music video still exists, and I made that when I was 11. And then...
What's it called?
To an original
Oh
song?
no,
or
I'm not giving you the.
Oh, come on.
It's on my
Yeah.
burner YouTube. I'll release
Drop
that
the link
in the
for the burner
future.
YouTube.
No.
Oh my gosh. We all have our little cringy things we did
Oh,
when
yeah.
we were like 5.
You know what's
It's
funny?
okay.
I always thought, like, I always would remember and be like, oh, I didn't really do filmmaking when I was a kid. But I started to really think about it, and I actually did, because I did make movies with my friend Aaron Gilmer when we were both like 10, maybe. And we made the Nerf War movies. We would make a film about like a whole Nerf battle happening.
I'd want to watch that.
I don't know
That's
where you
perfect.
could watch it because I have no clue where it is.
There was
Damn
a
it.
film similar to that actually that played tonight.
Oh, really?
Oh, true.
Wait,
yeah.
which one?
Well, are you talking about the one with the...
Guys, you
was
can't
it-
just gaslight me just because I didn't watch the films. Come
No,
on.
baby,
Fill me in.
If you go back and you watch the videos, you'll see it. But I don't remember
was it
the
called
title.
Skin Crawler? Skin Crawler?
No,
The
no,
one
no,
with
no,
the
no.
guns?
Not the one that Dylan did.
Not the
Oh.
scary one.
It was no.
Another
It was
one with
it was
guns?
scary.
It was scary.
There were many scary films tonight.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not going to sleep, but it's okay.
I was terrified. I was like, the VFX is getting crazy.
I know.
Dude, it is. Yeah.
Which one are you talking about?
The night one that
No,
they're
yeah, but
carrying each other.
the one that is similar
Oh,
to the Nerf thing.
the one that Jace did.
Yeah, the one that's I don't know. I thought that one was similar.
The one that
'cause-
was kind of like Lord of the
Oh.
Rings,
Oh,
almost.
yeah.
yeah,
It's like fantasy.
Yeah.
yeah, That's the one that I
Yeah.
felt like because it's
closer.
just like two guys going out there.
Living life,
It's just like
carrying each other through
which is probably
dark
what you
times.
did
Yeah.
when in your film.
I do remember carrying someone at one point. Yeah,
Probably happened. Yeah.
probably.
Well,
Look at us now.
the last thing I'm curious about is something that's upcoming for you, that you're like a goal of yours or something you want to do in the near future.
Yeah, what do you want to do with your filmmaking life?
Oh, well, these are two very different questions here.
Was yours pointed towards filmmaking or just
Yeah.
everything?
Well, no, specifically filmmaking, like something that you're wanting to do with that soon. Like, do you have some idea or some project that's upcoming?
So I'm currently reading a book called 10x is better than 2x. I don't know if either of you all have read it before.
I haven't read it, but I've heard of it.
Anybody listening, plug. You should definitely read it because it's inspired me a lot. And a project I'm currently taking on is definitely hold for plane.
Oh, we're good. We're good.
We're good. A project I'm doing right now is definitely 10x anything I've done before. And it's a music video and it's a full crew. I'll be directing it. I leave on Tuesday and the project is this upcoming weekend and I'm so stoked.
Shooting it in just a single weekend or day?
We'll be shooting it on the 10th and the 11th.
Okay.
And it's really kind of shown me the potential because at the end of the day, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm also a filmmaker. And the fact that I have such a great budget and I am able to properly pay so many individuals that I know that are so competent for their artistic job and I can bring them on and we can create this project together is just a complete dream come true. And I'm like, if this is really what the future can hold for just growing in my creative endeavors, then sign me up. Say less.
100%. Get her done.
That's so sick.
Get her done, as they say back in Kentucky.
Get her done.
Do they say that in Kentucky?
No,
Do
but
they?
they say it in Tennessee, where I'm from.
Oh, you're from Tennessee.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
I
We
thought
got
so because
Tennessee
you're
in
the
the
only
house. We
10
got
I
Kentucky.
see.
Chill. Come on, Julia. Come on. You're flattering me.
Sheesh.
And in Nevada.
Julia, where
Nevada.
can they find you?
Nevada.
Where can they find you? Let's plug your handle so they can see that project.
Oh,
when it's
plug.
finished. Yeah.
So you can find me right now if you go to _ Julia Harris _ on Instagram. That's where you'll find me right there.
It's right there.
Right there. Right there.
Well, good luck in the project.
Thank
Not that
you.
you need it. We'll be praying
Everyone
for it
needs
too.
luck.
Yeah. Everybody
Everybody.
needs sub push for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you hopping on. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. And I'm going to watch your film soon.
Yeah, you probably should do that. It was good. You missed out.
I know.
Glad I know the real
Don't
fans
rub it
here.
in. Don't rub it in.
That's
That's
right.
right.
That's art.
It's right.
That's art.
Thank you so much, Julia.
Thank you all so
Julia
much.
Harris, everybody.
Thank you all so much. Seriously.
Ow,
I need to get some applause up in here.
ow. Soundtrack.
Soundtrack.
Some
Thank
Tennessee.
Some Tennessee. Yo, it's
That's so
sweet.
fun.
It's Tennessee whiskey. We're still rolling.
Oh,
still
we're
rolling.
still, sorry, I was talking to the
I gotta
thing.
remind Liv.
Sorry.
Thank you,
Talking,
Julia.
testing.
You're welcome. Dap it.
Oh my gosh, I
Snap
want
it.
one of those. Wait, that was cool. Hold on, I'm gonna be so bad at it. Wait, I'm like mentally preparing. Okay, no, I got this.
Oh, that's a 10. I heard it. That's a 10.
Okay, I didn't know if like you'd go in for the fist bump after. Do guys do that? Are you snapping? Yeah. Okay. All right. Do you ever get that as a guy? You're like, ah! Like,
Oh,
what do
you
I
need
do?
it. Yeah. I'm not really. I just know how to do it. 'Cause I'm a
Really?
guy. Yeah.
No,
I'm just a
but
bro,
don't
so I
guys
know how
have
to do
different
it.
things? Like sometimes they do this. Like just that. Don't they just
the
do that?
hold? Just the hold?
Guys do that.
Sometimes. I've gotten to the point where I just snap usually after everything, no matter what it is.
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
Yeah.
Humans are weird.
Very
Why do they
weird.
think that that's like cool? They're like,
Because it is cool. What do you mean, Liv? What do you mean?
well, what if
it
there's
is
something
cool?
like, and then like that's
Now
the cool
that's
thing.
weird.
You're like,
That's weird. That's
that-
weird.
It's a hand motion.
I'm gonna tell your boyfriend that you just did that, and he's gonna be so disappointed.
Oh, he's always cringed out by me.
He's so great.
He has to just get used to it. It is what it is.
Let's get the next director on here. Let's
Okay.
keep things going.
All right.
Sarah Josiah.
Woo!
Did you give it to your friend? Sarah! Sarah Selvig. Where's your husband at? Where your
There
husband
he
at?
is.
Where you at?
There he at though.
There's the mic behind you. You sitting on the cord. You're sitting on the cord. There it is. There it is.
Now we're situated.
Yeah.
Can you
we are
hear?
here.
I can hear
Oh,
everything.
nice.
check.
Yo, we got this.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. What's your track? Lay it down, Liv. Lay it down.
Live. We make some really good films. And
Oh, you can't hear me anyways.
wait, should I not wear these?
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
I feel at least one of you should hear what we're saying. Okay, Sarah, Josiah, husband-wife duo.
Power
You
couple.
co-directed the film Intrusive Thoughts, and I know that one because I also gaffed on it. I
Yeah,
was
you
on the
did.
crew. So I didn't need to see it. Just kidding, I'd still need to see it. Dude, how did it go? How's the reaction to the film? Is it what you expected?
I just wanted to cut in real quick and say Ben crushed gaffing this shoot. The
Oh my
lighting,
gosh.
oh my gosh.
Oh my
Our
gosh.
whole film was one scene. Like it was literally one scene.
And we had to
And-
we had to like switch around the lights to
Yes.
make different scenes.
We flipped the world, dude, but you just ran in there and knocked it out.
Dude,
so.
thank you, bro.
Well, you guys still talking about lighting?
Yeah.
Okay, we need to
Sorry.
talk about the spaghetti.
The spaghetti.
I'm
We need to
very-
talk about
Spaghetti throw.
Actually, you're leading this interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, ask me
Yeah.
a question.
I did, but you didn't answer it.
It's going well. This is going well.
Okay, you want to talk about spaghetti? We'll talk about spaghetti.
Okay, yeah.
So, spaghetti, you had one of your intrusive thoughts in the film was to have the girl actor, which is Mari,
Yeah, Mari.
chuck it at the guy actor's face, which
Yes.
is, I forget his name.
Dan.
Dan.
Yes.
Chuck it at Dan's face, like right there in his face.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Okay, so
And why spaghetti?
yeah, spaghetti.
Why
I
not
don't.
Alfredo?
You know, like actually, Liv is
I am
very
very
familiar with my
with
affinity
spaghetti.
for spaghetti. Yeah, for some
Just as
reason.
a theme.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm like super creatively inspired by spaghetti and the
'Cause it's
act of
delicious.
throwing it and making a mess.
Because you know what? Maybe because when we were kids and toddlers, that's all we wanted to do is play with it. And they're like, no. And now it's coming back where it's like, wait, we're adults.
I'm like,
I can if I want.
Hot
You know?
take. Hot take.
Yeah.
Syrup on spaghetti. Elf taught me, and I'm eternally grateful. It's amazing.
No.
You've tried that? What
It's
is wrong
so
with you?
so good, guys.
I've actually done a photo shoot with that, and it was so gross.
With syrup and spaghetti.
Yeah, the elf stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Syrup?
So good. Syrup.
Okay,
Syrup.
back to the
Syrup.
film.
I thought
Anyway.
the same thing.
So the act of throwing, how did
Yeah.
you want to capture that? How did you like capitalize on what you wanted to do?
Yeah, so like everything that we did for the intrusive thought scenes was one take because we only had one extra shirt for him. So like it was throw the spaghetti, nail it the first try, or flop. And same with the wine, spitting out the wine, and then the last table pull, it was like one take or flop. And they nailed it. One take.
Totally. We also had to, we had the rental space for 6 hours, which we shot the whole thing in 6 hours.
Yeah, it was very
That's pretty
little time.
crazy.
Yeah.
Granted,
Less
we did
than
have
one
to,
business day.
I know, but we did have to
That's
add
insane.
1 hour on top because we needed to get all the intrusive thoughts in.
Yeah.
And that was why. That was another reason we only had one take for the the first
we were
ones.
literally on. I remember Steph was like, "We gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go."
Yeah.
And we did.
We
got
were
it done.
booking it.
Yeah.
We were booking it all day.
I have a question.
Yeah, shoot.
Liv, what
Yeah.
was your favorite
Swerve.
intrusive thought?
Okay. Oh my God. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie
also,
to you.
have you been on a date where you
You
had
watched
similar
it, and you
intrusive
still don't
thoughts?
remember.
No.
No.
I said I'm not gonna lie to you. I peed before that started, and I did miss it. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, this is gonna come up.
Yo,
I was like,
that's
this
even
is-
worse than
That
me.
was the
That's
only
even
film
worse
I
than
missed
me.
all night, and I was pissed because I walked out and then I saw the credits, and I was like, are you kidding me?
It's fine.
No, don't take it personally.
It's
I
fine.
just really had to go.
It's okay. Okay, so my new question for you is, have you ever been on a Tinder date and it's like your first date and you have these like crazy intrusive thoughts? Has that ever happened to you?
Of leaving.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I could just go. There was one time.
I bet you used the bathroom break on that too.
Probably, yeah. No, we were like walking a dog, and it just wasn't it because he was just trying to kiss me the whole time. We were like walking a dog. It's wholesome. So it's like, what's your favorite color? And he's like, so I was like, all right, that's my intrusive thought. It's
Wait,
like, I
can
should
we
just
use that
leave.
for
You didn't-
our
wait.
intrusive thoughts part 2? That
Sure.
Yeah, that's
Whatever
good.
you want.
You didn't have
That's
an
a real
intrusive
one.
thought to slap him or say throw spaghetti in his face?
Throw
No.
spaghetti at him.
I should have. I should have had spaghetti in my pocket, just like locked and loaded. I don't know why I did it.
Should have been ready.
Okay,
well,
good.
next time,
Next time. Now I know.
take it as inspiration.
Yes.
Last question for you guys.
Yeah.
What inspires you and what inspired you to create this, but also what inspires you to create in general?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think inspiration for me comes from I feel like action, right? Like an idea is so cool to have, but unless you do something with it, it doesn't go anywhere. And I feel like something we've been doing recently is just coming up with an idea, whether how big or how small it is or how developed the thought is. Like we just take it and we run with it. And I think
We sprint.
we sprint with it. So like even this short film, right? Like we had a script. We had a script written.
The night before.
The night before?
The night before we wrote the script.
Yeah, well, no, we had a different script. We had a totally different 6-page script, and then we were like, oh, I don't think we're aligned on this one, and we scrapped it and just rewrote a whole one.
Alignment is very important.
Yeah, it's super important, especially for us because we're married and we
Yeah,
were both directing this, so it was important for us to be aligned, and so we were like, okay, let's do it. And we wrote the script that night, and we had all the actors, talent, and crew on hold. And we didn't even have a script, but then we had it, and then we showed up. Everyone was available, and we just like knocked it out.
I didn't know
everything.
anything.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I didn't know anything different.
And then we
You guys
shot the whole
crushed
thing
it.
in 7 hours, and then we had to finish it like within 6 days because we were going out of town.
Oh shoot.
And so like that whole thing technically could have been considered like a 1-week film like contest, I guess, something like that. So we did the whole thing in a week. And I don't know, just like I feel like we've just like stopped making excuses and just tried making things more accessible, because I think the more accessible you make things, the easier it is to act on them. And that's what we've been doing, just setting ourselves up to act on our inspirations. And I think that's what's been allowing us to create so consistently.
I second that, and I would further say, like, you guys do a great job of not only doing that for yourselves, but also creating an environment and doing that for other people and pushing people to take action. So kudos to you. And if you're in Los Angeles and you have nothing to do on Friday nights,
Yes,
they
talk
host
about
Creative Night, and Creative Night
It's
is a
sick.
smaller version of a film festival where it's not only about films, it's about all creative mediums. And
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the film festival, this is something to work for, like towards.
Yeah.
It's such high quality work.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so cool to see everyone come make stuff. But if you feel like, oh, you get a little bit scared about, I don't want to show my work because it's not to this level, I think Creative Night is like where you come get your reps in.
Yeah.
Like you come,
Yeah.
you create.
Yeah, you guys
like,
are. You
no
guys got the
excuses.
practice ground.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
can't
you
see
come
it
do
through
it
my
over and over
jacket,
again,
but
and
your
then
nose there.
hopefully, and then hopefully someday anyone can just show up to one of these because they
Yeah.
they got the confidence, they
Yeah.
put the work in, and yeah,
And it's
that's
such a
what-
supportive community too, where it's like a safe space to test and trial things.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, yeah.
I just want to say, you look so cute in those glasses right now. I keep staring at you. I'm like, oh my god, director.
No, I've caught the little eyes from you.
We're married.
It's okay, guys. They're married. It's okay, guys. They're married.
It's fine. It's fine.
You guys
It's
are
adorable, actually.
Thanks
Yeah.
for hopping on. Thanks for talking.
Of course. Thanks for having us.
You're welcome.
Enjoy your night. We appreciate
Sarah
you.
and Josiah Selvig, everybody.
Woo woo woo! Crushed it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. I'll see you out there. See you later.
You look dapper. You look dapper.
How many people do we have?
We're just rolling with anybody.
We're
John's
rolling
about
with
to hop
anybody,
on.
so
I think John's about to hop on.
I'll catch you.
Let's go, John. Let's go, John. He's got the Modelo.
Woo!
He's ready to talk. He's ready to chat it up. Hey,
Nice. Liv, nice to meet you.
hey, if
You
you
didn't
get
bring me
nervous,
one?
you can put the sunglasses on. I won't judge. I won't
ride
judge.
this out. We're gonna really lean into. We're gonna really lean into this right now.
Let's
'cause
go. That's what I like to
don't
hear.
Like being
Lean
on
in.
camera
That's what I like to
Lean
hear.
in.
at all. But here we are, dude.
John, well, first off, you look amazing.
Thank you.
You're
as well.
welcome.
You guys
I
are
love the
thank
shoes.
you. Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you.
rocking the loafers. I
Hey,
like
you
it. I
know.
dig it. I dig
Style,
it.
dude. Yeah, style.
Okay.
Sorry, Liv. You can have off for this portion.
All right. I get it.
No, you're in it. You're in it.
John, how'd you like the films? You're not a director, but how'd you like the films?
I do direct,
You
actually.
do direct,
I do
but
direct, yes.
You're not
yes.
a director for this film
No,
festival.
I'm not a director for this film
As
festival.
a director,
Yes.
coming to a film festival, what do you think of the films? What do you think of
Dude.
the environment that Fuel the Fire is creating?
Yeah. No, I mean, to start off, all of these directors out here are insanely
Insane.
So
talented.
talented.
Surpassed the expectations of what I thought. This was my very first film festival that I've actually ever attended to. I'm very new to LA, so to touch on how I thought of the event, the fact that you guys have this community here is amazing. Like everybody here, I've just been talking to, random people and everybody who's within the industry. Like I feel like a lot of this is what I feel like LA is missing when it comes to community and like just other people supporting one another.
Yeah.
You guys really did a great job putting that together and putting all of this together. It was awesome.
Well, thank you on behalf of Jace, Hudson, Carly, Gabe, the whole crew. Yeah.
Crushed it.
Yeah.
Seriously, it could have not been better. And then in
Or
terms
just
of
the entertainment.
in terms of the pieces that I got to witness and see, like high quality production value of like everybody who went on, the storytelling. I think one of my favorite pieces was the it's not hard to write a song.
My
It's
gosh,
not hard to
that
sing
was
a song.
hilarious.
That one just
So good.
Hearing everybody like cackling at the same time and laughing was amazing.
Yeah.
But also like that one, I feel like I felt like I was watching a scene in a movie. It was like almost what's that one Jack Black movie?
School of Rock?
School of Rock. Yeah, I
Yeah.
felt like that was something out of like
Yeah.
School of Rock.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, this is familiar somehow,
Yeah.
and you nailed that.
Even what was Chase's the name of his? I'm so bad with names.
Jace?
Jace. Yeah, his
At the end?
the very last one.
I forget what it's called, but it's like
forget
a
what it's called.
fantasy
It gave like
world,
Shrek vibes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
The very,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that was Shrek and Donkey, like
Yeah.
at the very end.
Yeah.
But I mean, everybody who came on and they showed their film, one awesome job doing it, like, and also Dylan for his horror film, like that was
Skinwalker
incredible. That was the
is
second
top
time that I
tier.
saw it,
Yeah.
and even being able to see it for a second time within the amphitheater that we got to see it in, just like even made it hit home even
Dude,
more,
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like when you have a sound system,
bro. That
it
sound
changes
rattled.
a movie, bro.
Yeah.
Like it
Oh,
changes
yeah.
the experience of watching a film, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my seat was shaking.
Yeah.
Like my seat was shaking. It was
and
like,
it's not even a 4D theater.
honestly,
Yeah.
we saw a 4D movie a couple days ago, and it was like
Wait,
it
so
changes
at
your.
the part where there's
It's just an old
watermelon,
theater.
would there be like someone that goes with like
He
watermelon
sprays you in the
spray?
face with
And you're like,
watermelon.
oh my gosh, it's like a bear. Is that what they do?
Like they used to have in the movies they used to have the smelling thing that would
Yes.
spray out. Yes,
yeah,
I know
from the
exactly.
back of the seat. Or
I
Yeah,
never did
yeah,
that.
yeah.
The closest thing was like California Adventure or something in Disneyland, or
Yeah.
like that one ride. No, Soarin' over California.
Soarin', dude.
That one.
Yeah.
And then it was
So
like
rad.
you go past the citrus field and it's like oranges all of a
and
sudden.
then you get the smell of oranges.
It makes you
Something.
immersed in it.
Yeah,
Immersed.
Disney
So,
goes ham.
always.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, to everybody who showed their film out tonight, it was like incredible. I couldn't have asked for like a better turnout of people and getting to like meet all the directors and talk to them about their process, and also just talk to everybody else who's attended who's also in the industry and getting connected with them and what they do and what they're looking for. And I think the one common theme that I've talked to a bunch of people about is just like they're looking for more things like this that hammer down on community, bringing people together to enjoy other people's artwork. Jay said it at the very end, is like, it's great watching things online, but it's so much better when you get to walk
Oh yeah.
and be
Yeah.
with one another and other creatives and watch it together and share that experience
Yeah.
with one another is awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And hey, we're not stopping.
No.
We're continuing to go, and I think the hope too for them, like I can speak for them in saying, they don't want to be the only ones doing this.
No.
They took inspiration from other people, and they hope that people take inspiration from this to continue to go and make more and more events. Because you're right, LA needs this.
Yeah.
And we don't need this like. I always think of like, and I may ruffle some feathers here, but there's a stigma about like art community and like art events and like showing your art and the whole like everybody snapping thing and like encouraging, and encouragement is so key.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot understate that.
We got a standing
But-
ovation at the very end.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But also being critical of each other and encouraging each other in the right ways.
Speaking
and
the truth and
speaking
Oh,
love.
the
yeah.
truth and love.
Yeah.
Like that's so important. And so creating environments for that where people aren't just coddled, but they're pushed to
Yes.
the max so that they can
Yes.
grow their skills,
Definitely.
grow their talents so
Yeah.
that they can
Definitely.
create better and better stuff.
Because really, then you're a true friend. Because I think if
Oh,
you
yeah.
are a true friend, you say those things out of love.
You would,
For
yeah.
sure.
You know?
Because you're
Yeah.
pushing that person to just be better instead
Yeah.
of like, oh no, it's fine.
It's
yeah,
good.
that's good there. But
was
you
good
don't.
It's
enough.
like there's
You're
nothing
right,
there.
But you're stealing that I can't think of the word, but like that ability for them potential to make it better. If you're just being like, oh yeah, no, that was good, but you don't want to be fully honest with them because you're scared to hurt their feeling, even though you just got to remember that, like, that's coming from a place of love. When you if you're telling somebody something like, this is my honest opinion, but it's coming from a place of love. Then it's just like, well, I'm saying this because I think that it could be maybe a little bit better. And whether or not that person decides to listen to you or not, at least you're honest with them. And then they have that, window to think, oh, maybe this actually could, maybe that perspective actually does make sense here. I mean, watching all of these films today, like I've done like a passion project in the past, but this has definitely inspired me more to be like, I one day hope to be able to show one of my films here. So I don't know. I'm leaving here inspired. I'm leaving here inspired for sure.
That's so good. It's my first year too. You said it's yours?
Yeah, first time.
And you're not from here?
No, I'm originally from Florida. I was living in San Diego. I moved there back in 2021. Lived down there for 2.5 years, and then me and some of my roommates who are from Florida originally decided to make the jump up to LA. I was very hesitant of it for a little bit. And then I was just like, well, I could always go back to San Diego if I don't like it up here.
You can always go back, bro.
And now is that like an option, or are you here?
No, I love it up here. I love it up here.
Every time you take a risk, you're like,
yeah. I mean, meeting people like Ben, meeting you for the first time, meeting everybody here, like it's really hammered in that like this is where I feel like I've been called to. This is where I feel like I need to be. Whether that is long term, I don't know. But at least right now in this chapter of my life, like I feel very at home here. This is where I'm supposed to be.
Good.
I love that, bro.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well,
so
one last question for you, since you brought up your calling and everything. What does it mean for you, or like how do you kind of integrate your faith journey? Because we've talked, I know you're a believer, and it's something we love to talk about on this podcast. How do you like integrate your faith journey into your work and into your everyday life?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it is. I feel like I'm somebody who's we've talked about this, I'm very new to my faith. It's something that I'm still learning to navigate, and I'm still learning to walk with him a lot through. But I think a lot of it has to do with, I feel like he talks to me through my friends a lot. I feel, and the people that I meet, like even like meeting you, I felt like he brought you into my life. And I mean, I told you that I was just like, this is something that I feel like this community I feel like I've been lacking in LA. I mean, my roommates and everybody, we all direct, we edit, we're a creative household, but to find something outside of that and bigger than just what we have in our household has been something I feel like lacking. So like over this past month, I feel like God has really just blessed that upon me. But in terms of how I feel like I integrate that into the things that I do, I think for me, I'm still trying to figure out how he wants me to express him through the things that I create. But what he's really put on my mind is like that he wants me to tell stories of people who have gone through hard times, difficult times, have made it out of that, and use their story as inspiration to inspire others, because I got inspired through another person to even get in this industry. I never thought that I would do. I was working in restaurants before I even ever picked up a camera. Never thought I would pick up a camera in my entire life, and then one day I met somebody who inspired me to do so. So I feel like telling other people's stories through my lens and my perspective of like, they've gone through something and they've gotten out on the other side, and that's inspired them to push through, is I feel like what he's put on my mind and what he's put on my heart to call forth to others. So like, I'm trying to do more of that. I've done one piece that was like with a tattoo artist that I feel like really leaned into that more, but now it's just, I mean, you guys know how hard it is finding work that really aligns with what you're wanting to pursue, but just trying to pursue and find more work that does do that. So impactful work that's not only impactful to you, but it's impacting other people.
And I like the way you put it too, because you're trying to tell the stories of other people, and not that you don't have that story, right? Like that's why I have this platform, because I want to host people so that they can tell their stories,
right?
But as like a director and a producer, you're wanting to tell other people's stories because you see it in them and you want to give them a
Right.
platform or a piece of art that really like molds that story into something that's not only digestible but like inspiring
Relatable and inspiring. Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah, bro. It's
So-
exciting. Let's go.
This
bro.
wasn't as bad as I thought it was
No,
gonna be.
dude.
I was gonna.
What,
I
you
thought
were nervous?
I was so nervous walking up there.
Why?
I
Just
don't
a
like
chit
being.
chat.
It's crazy because I don't like being on camera at all.
That's
I'm
funny.
so. Anytime I step in front of the camera, I get so
like, "Ah."
nervous. Yeah.
What, are we in
It-
front of a camera right now?
Yeah,
No.
it doesn't feel like it.
We're
No.
just
We're just
chilling.
having
What
conversation.
camera?
But there is some weird flash of light that's throwing me off so much. Do you see it
That
like on
the wall
building?
over there, yeah.
That's the
no,
only
it keeps
thing that's
popping
tripping
up,
me
and
up right
yeah.
Oh, there it was.
That's just DJ Legacy going at it, bro. We got to
Yeah.
go on the dance floor later.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
getting
yes,
called over there
please. 100%.
Dude, well, John, thank you so much.
My man.
Yeah.
now. It was so,
So
great,
good to
man.
meet you.
One more time. What was your name?
Liv.
Liv.
Yeah.
John.
I'll definitely see you
Guys.
around for sure.
Appreciate
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Thank
You're
you.
amazing.
Look at all these great combos. I'm
I know,
learning
right?
so much.
Dude, so am I. So am I.
See, I would be nervous behind a camera because I'm like, oh, what do I do with that?
I know you're like, will I mess it up? Will
Yeah,
it like
it's
go
gonna be out of
crazy?
focus. It's gonna
Yeah.
be crooked. I'm gonna cut off their head. Not like
The amount of
literally, but
anxiety I have like before every shoot, even if it's just a simple podcast setup like this.
It's a lot of pressure.
But
to
pressure
get
makes
the shot.
diamonds.
True.
Pressure makes diamonds, and that's something I keep remembering. And
True.
I don't know, for whatever reason, like for me personally, whenever there's the added pressure, I just run with it. I make it happen. And it's not always perfect.
Pressure turns
but
into adrenaline.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
You just
Yeah.
hop in, bro. We got a new
Hop
director
in.
on the docket.
Hop in, bro.
Jace, come back. Come back. Jace Hardwick, everybody.
Woo woo!
Hello. Hi. I'll talk after Davey. I'll come.
Oh, perfect.
Come back, bro.
Thank you, Jace. We miss you.
Jace is the man. He is the man.
Hi.
Davey?
Davey, that's me,
Davey
yeah.
McCall.
Yeah.
I was way off.
No, that's perfect.
Sorry about that. I didn't do my research before this podcast.
Didn't do your research.
No, Liv's been throwing shade at me the whole time
Yeah.
for it. This is Liv, by the way.
Nice to meet you,
Nice
Liv.
to meet you
Do
too.
you remember us talking on the phone a while ago, like a year and a half ago by any chance,
About
about a volleyball film? Does this ring a bell?
was that? And that's
You were
what
trying
that
to catch
was?
Liv in your
I
film?
was, yeah.
Wait, what?
Liv, you
Do you not
denied
remember
this
this?
man.
Wait,
You
are
denied
you
this man.
joking?
No,
Are you
I
sure
could.
it
I
was
could.
me?
I think I could show you the messages.
Was it on WhatsApp?
No, it was. I think it was on Instagram, and then no, it was over text. Hang on, let me check this out. Let me see.
This
Wait,
is funny.
Now
Let's
I
see. I'm
think I
gonna
know.
show.
So
what
you're the
I'm about
volleyball
to
film
show.
guy.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's me.
No, but where did I hear about this?
It was through Jace. Jace was trying to
Okay,
help me
yes.
cast it back in the day.
And then something
It was-
came up where I couldn't.
was probably in
there was
Sweden.
there was a bunch of schedule issues.
Probably that.
Yeah.
It's probably out
Yeah.
of the country.
Well, no, the issue was that we struggled like crazy to find volleyball actors for this film. So I did a test shoot like a year and a half ago,
Uh-huh.
and it crashed and burned because I got actors who were good, and they said they could play volleyball.
And they couldn't?
No, they could not.
Oh, that's the
Not
worst.
even, no, like let me
That's
let me
the
put it
worst.
this way, like they couldn't even handle the ball. Like
Oh.
like this one girl, which is unfortunate because she's a lovely actress and a lovely person.
Yeah.
And she's like, I played middle blocker, and I was like, cool, like so you can jump. She goes, oh, I can jump. She couldn't get about an inch and a half off the ground.
Rough.
I was like,
Rough.
I
You're
was
like,
like,
"That's
oh
your jump?"
dear, we're in trouble. And I realized, wow, I'm gonna have to go with volleyball players first, and then try to
like make them into
yeah,
actors.
try to make them actors.
Yeah.
And so what was kind of amazing about this was I struck out like crazy, trying to find anybody. I tried to get you on, 'cause
Including me.
You played.
Wait, Liv,
Because
did you
now-
play volleyball? Did I
yeah.
not know this?
Yeah,
Man, I
well,
didn't
I
even
did
know
it.
this.
Okay, I did it in middle school. That's why I was like, I could, I can, and I do play beach volleyball
Jay
to
said,
this day.
yeah, exactly.
Like here and there,
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm not bad, but I'm not. I mean, look at me.
I
I'm
bet you can
small.
hit a ball.
I can
You,
hit. I can
you
hit it.
look like a volleyball player. You look like you'd
What's
be good
the
at it.
little one that's like in the
The
back?
libero. The libero.
That's me.
Oh,
Yeah.
you were the libero.
I've been watching the
think
Olympics a
so.
lot lately.
Yeah, dude,
So
wait, did
I've
they
been
win
learning
today?
a
The
lot.
one
Did they
that
win
just
today?
I
takes
didn't
the
look.
hit.
I was
Okay.
busy today. I was prepping
So
for this.
fun fact. So the lead actor Mason Briggs is on the USA national team.
Okay.
He's not in the Olympics this time because he's really young.
Of your film. Lead actor of your film.
Yeah, so
No way.
he's on the USA national team, and then he's hoping to be in the 2028 Olympics in LA for the
Whoa.
libero position. But what's amazing is that I just finished shooting a feature film today, literally today,
Crazy.
and I came over here right after. And
Big man on
the,
campus.
the lead actor in that film, his cousin is one of the
one of the outside hitters on the Olympic team that's playing right now.
Wow.
Yeah, which is just really cool. So it's like I have all these connections. So I texted Mason. I was like, hey, do you know Max Holt? He goes, yeah, I play with him all the time. I'm like, man, it's just small world, man. It's just
Seems
crazy.
like you need to get connected to the women's national team.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
if you're going to make any more volleyball movies.
Yeah.
We'll see. This was actually made as an experiment. The whole film was made as a visual experiment to prove that I could shoot a sports film in a unique, new way. And so I'm not sure if you guys noticed or if you guys like anime or anything like that, but anime is like my whole thing. Like, I want to be the guy that translates that to live action better than anybody.
Oh, that's sick.
And there is a volleyball anime that is called Haikyuu, and this isn't based on it. It's completely original script.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to prove that I could translate some of that style in a way that feels natural and doesn't feel like winking to the audience or feel like overly dramatic or gaudy or anything like that.
Yep.
So I'm really hoping that this film proves that. It was very much made with that in mind. And so I don't know. You guys will have to tell me what you think. Did you guys get to see all the movies?
Yeah. Well, most of them except
I watched it through the green room.
Oh,
and
nice.
I did see some of it.
I
and
saw
I will
this one.
say like you were talking about anime and like the transitions of like when she's about to like go hit it. It's like she's like, oh, and then slow motion going up and like all the reactions. Was sick, bro.
That does make a lot of sense now that you said that.
Well, that's the dream.
That's the inspiration.
Yeah.
So did
also,
you grow
I
up?
didn't see how the film ended, but she definitely hit that ball exactly where she meant to.
You're correct. You're correct.
Did you grow up watching anime?
Oh yeah. Well, it's like my whole. I've probably clocked more hours watching anime than I have.
Anything else?
Probably, yeah.
You
I've watched
would
all
get
One
along
Piece.
With my roommate, fantastic.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of us, and we're coming out of hiding.
Oh, you are? Yeah. No, you're making it You're making it mainstream, but you're
meme?
also a meme. No, not a meme.
Maybe
You're making
a
it
meme too.
mainstream, but you're like you said, it's like you're making it relevant in today's world.
Yeah.
too.
Well, I want to be subtle about it. You know, like that's kind of my hope is to do it in a way that doesn't. That just feels like it's a fresh new take on cinema, because it's obviously taking a whole different medium. I mean, in my opinion, they did it really well with Marvel movies, because like comic book movies were seen as just trash. I mean, I'm not sure if you remember or have looked back on like old comic book movies, especially Marvel.
They definitely weren't like blockbuster films that sold out.
No, not at all. They were Marvel was worth almost nothing until Iron Man came around, because they managed to find a way to translate it to a broader audience by keeping what made the comics great, but also changing just enough to make everybody else connect with it. So
making it relevant in today's world.
Yeah.
You know, flashy LA lifestyle. Yeah.
Totally. So anyway, that's been my hope. We'll see how it goes, but this is one of my first forays into trying to do that directly. Usually I do some more character-based stuff, some like smaller, and then it was pretty small. It was just a few people in a gym. But yeah, that's the goal. So what do you guys think? What films have you guys liked here the most so far? What took your fancy?
She's a music girl.
He asked me that, and I'm like, man, all of them were good. I tend to love music videos.
Yeah.
That's just my thing.
They were pretty dang fire.
They were
Which one did you like the
sick.
most?
Was there only two? It
believe
was
there was
Cello
only
and
two,
Skylar.
yeah.
I mean, they're both so good in their own way. I would say, man, like Cello's expression,
Yeah.
that was compelling.
so good.
That was captivating.
That's my music teacher, by the way. He's
Oh,
teaching
really?
me how to sing better. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
shout out.
gonna demonstrate for us?
Oh, we did some
Oh, you already did that
scales.
earlier.
scales
Sorry,
already.
I
You can do it
don't.
again.
I don't need to rehash it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not one to just break out in song yet, but
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get there.
He's
Yeah.
getting there.
Hoping to get there.
I lost
step
my
at a
voice, so I can't sing with you. I'm afraid.
Dude, honestly, this week's been pretty rough for my voice as well. I got sick on my flight.
Oh,
back from
no.
Chicago,
And now
it's
you're
just-
talking your face off, so that doesn't help.
I know. I'm like sitting over here, like muting myself, coughing.
Yeah.
This actually feels good. I can talk softly. Over there, I was like screaming my heart out.
Yeah.
This is why we do this, because we
Yes.
don't want to like lose our voice.
Yes.
Wait, are you guys partners? Like in business partners or
Nope.
like?
Just
Liv's
friends.
just my friend. We're homies.
I was on his podcast one time, and then he was like, "Oh, you want to co-host?" I'm like, "That was fun being on the podcast, so I'll
was.
do it again."
Well, you guys are great. This is really easy to chat with you guys. I
Good.
appreciate it.
Dude.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
got
gosh.
great
Praise God.
great vibes.
Good.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it. I appreciate it.
Is
It's
it-
All right.
just a chit chat.
Should
That's
I
it.
make room for the next person?
Well, I do have another question.
Oh, let's
for
hear
you.
it.
Yeah, and then we can probably, I don't know.
I mean, I'm down to chill here as long as you guys will have me, because
Yeah.
it's really comfy on this couch. so-
Right? You're like, wait, this is better than like screaming at a party.
Yeah.
Oh, Dylan's walking over.
Oh.
Dylan, you're next. Dylan's
Hey.
next. You're next.
You're next, bud.
I got one last question for you.
All right, let's
though.
hear it.
What does it mean to you to be a creative?
Oh boy. Okay, I love this question. So I'm a professor too. So
Oh, wow.
I teach at USC Film School and at Biola University.
Wow.
Does
Film
it
School.
all.
This
Kind
man
of.
is all over
I
the
teach.
place.
I
Wait,
teach.
at Biola?
Yeah.
Do you know who? Probably not. Brendan Carpenter is.
Yeah.
Oh, he's my roommate.
Amazing. Holy smokes. Okay.
He
Amazing.
went there.
She goes, probably not.
I know the name. I counted it up. I've started teaching 3 years ago. Since then I've had 1,600 students.
Wow.
Wow.
So it's really hard for me.
Well,
to
I bet if I showed you a picture, you
Yeah,
would
no
be able to
pictures.
say
I
yes or no.
tell all my students, I'm like, add me on Instagram, just so I can remember who you are, because like it's just too many people to keep straight.
Yeah.
But
It's a lot.
the names I remember. I need the faces.
Social
Yeah.
media is, I love social media as that tool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like connecting with people and staying connected, even if it's
Yeah.
just a little bit,
Right.
it leads to that next deep connection
Yeah.
you have with them. And it really helps you create long-lasting friendships.
Totally.
Because you still are able to connect with each other if you use it correctly.
Honestly, what I tell students is like, look, at college you think you're paying for the education. At least in these creative fields, you're not. You're paying for time with the people around you to venture into this crazy industry together. And if you're not getting that out of it, I honestly tell them, I'm like, look, you shouldn't be spending your money here. I'm like, if
true.
that's not what you're getting out of it. But hang on, I want to get to this.
Dropout, but yeah,
I want to
answer
get
the
to. Oh
question.
yeah, well so is Jace, but he kept all the connections.
He is.
I met him there. Anyway, I have this whole spiel that I talk about when it comes to being creative, and I give a lot of examples of different kinds of creatives and what I think works really well. And mine's kind of an interpretive, almost physical. I have to describe it with a bunch of physicality.
Go for it.
So bear
for
with
it.
me.
We're all
But
ears.
the way I describe it is, actually, it's best if I tell a story. You guys want to hear a story real quick?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys know who a guy named Satoshi Tajiri is?
No.
Satoshi Tajiri? Doesn't ring a bell? Okay, so I'll tell you a story about this Japanese man, okay? He grew up in the after World War II in Japan during the colossal economic boom. So there was all these suburbs spreading out across the whole country, and they were being built into forests. And and people didn't have backyards. They didn't have fences because suburbs were like brand new. So everybody's backyard was just giant, huge, gorgeous, like practically like jungles. And so him and all the other kids that were growing in this baby boom in Japan would go out in the woods and they would have adventures. And his favorite thing to do was collect bugs. And he was like the best in the whole world at or at least with his friend group, I should say, collecting all these bugs. And he loved.
I'm the best in the world.
No, he loved
Bug
the experience.
collector.
And also they would this is kind of grim, but they would make bugs fight. And he knew like which season to find which bug, which type of tree bark they would find their homes or where they'd put their eggs, all this sort of stuff. And he also so he did that as a child and he loved it. He also loved technology, and he started to eventually go into writing publications for like video games that were coming out because like Japan was obviously huge in that realm. And he goes, you know what? Someday this is really fun playing video games and whatnot. I'd like to develop my own. Are you guys seeing where I'm going with this?
Yes.
You do? Where am I going?
I believe you're going with what I'm reading into it, and maybe this is just my experience, but.
Do you know which game I'm talking about that he
Oh,
developed?
no, but I was just gonna go broad with it.
No. So let me confirm. All right. So this guy develops his first game when he's in like his mid-20s, and it's Pokemon.
Oh shoot.
And his whole goal of it was really simple. He just wanted to capture the experience he had as a kid going out in the woods, finding bugs, capturing them, and making them fight.
No.
Wow.
You're lying.
That's literally what Pokemon is.
It
And
literally
but
is.
here's the deal: how good of a job did he do taking something he understood perfectly,
Yeah.
translating it into an art form? So that's the way I describe it. Is I go, look, what makes a creative is somebody who understands and has something. Doesn't matter what it is. It can be collecting bugs. It could be understanding what heartbreak feels like. It could be what it feels like to want revenge. Doesn't matter. And is whatever their art form is, whether it's painting, whether it's music, whether it's a script, whether it's a book, doesn't matter. If you can take this thing that you understand on an emotional, kind of pure, human experiential level, put it in whatever art form you want, and if somebody else can interact with that art form and feel that sensation, in my opinion,
Done
that's
your
what makes you creative.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
I agree.
I use that example because I think it's really fun, and almost nobody sees it coming until it's too late when you realize, oh my gosh, it's Pokemon.
You're like, wait.
I didn't
That
play
makes
Pokemon
sense.
growing up, and so I wasn't necessarily like connecting it
You
right
never
away.
played Pokemon Go in 2016?
I never did. I never.
Oh wow,
downloaded
you were
the
the
app.
one.
I was the one. Yeah. But I
That was
did.
definitely a thing.
I did relate to the whole like world building in the woods and
Yeah,
doing stuff. 'Cause
right?
That's what I did with my
Yeah,
friends. and
exactly.
my, like siblings. I would just go out and like build stuff in the woods. We would live inside of another universe that we
Yeah.
created for like a week. We would all have roles. We
Yeah.
would do it. And so.
And how
I
profound was it? How
Oh
deep
my
was
gosh,
it?
dude.
Right?
Yeah, so deep.
Well,
And
like,
that's where the creative roots are like began, and that's where I look back to whenever I'm like in a rut. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, what did I do back then that I can even translate to now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, in my opinion, that's like the ultimate achievement. And what's fun about it also is you know exactly what it's like, so you can get away with so you can't escape the truth of it. So, for example, if you make a film and it doesn't achieve giving that sensation, you know you failed. And if
Yeah.
it does give the sensation, you know you succeeded. So, but anyway, guys, thank you so much for having me. This
Oh
was
my
really
gosh,
fun.
thank
I'll
you.
let Dylan get in here. Oh wait, did we
Oh,
already
you're
lose
good.
him?
Wherever
I know,
he
I'm
went.
trying to text him to get him back here.
Oh, well, I'll hang out till he gets
Hello?
back
Yeah,
here.
dude. No, that's
Did that make sense, by the way?
that made
Yeah.
perfect sense.
Yeah.
I appreciate you taking us through that. And
I got
I'm-
another version of it while we're waiting for Dylan. If you want to hear it, it's
Go
actually
for it.
it's
Yeah.
a little bit raunchy though. Can I tell it to you? It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
it's
go
not that
for
raunchy. It's PG.
No, I wanna
Kind of.
hear it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so there's
I
this
wanna hear
woman. She's from Utah. Can you hear me? No, she can't. Okay.
She can't.
There's this woman. She's from Utah. She's a
it.
stay-at-home.
Look at Dylan. Tell him to get his butt back here. We gotta go.
There's a stay-at-home mom in Utah, and she has like a bunch of kids. She's Mormon, and but she likes to write a little bit on the side, just like as a hobby. But one night she has an extremely spicy dream, a very very spicy dream where a much older man is attracted to her. And she's like she's like a high schooler. And she's like, oh, this is really weird. But the thing about this older man that's really attracted to her is he doesn't look like an older man. He actually looks like a really young person. And even weirder, he has this thing where he really wants to like eat her.
Interesting.
And so
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
I promise. And it's just really spicy. And it's actually the inception of Twilight. This is
That's
literally
where Twilight
no.
came.
That's what Twilight is based on, this dream that Stephanie Meyer had, where there was this vampire who's like 500 years old, who goes to the high school, who's super attracted to this girl, who wants to eat her, but he can't because he's trying to like hold back his urges. And she wrote a little short version of this dream that she had. It went viral on the internet. Everybody loved it so much that they demanded like she write more. She wrote the book. Now she's like a billionaire.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. It
So
just-
what you're saying is follow your dreams.
Follow your dreams, literally.
Yeah.
Because that dream made her $1 billion.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, Dylan,
Dylan's
take
here.
over.
Davey, it was great meeting you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Yes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Let me know.
And good luck with the feature film and everything. Yeah. Dylan, get over here. Dylan,
What
get over here.
What's up, guys?
I haven't even
Dylan
said
Bradshaw.
hi
Oh
to you
yeah,
yet.
hey.
How are you?
Sorry, the paparazzi was all around us.
Oh, I
so-
know, right?
Yeah.
We were
No,
just
wait.
swarmed.
Where's the skinwalker?
Oh my gosh.
Where's the skinwalker?
No. Hey, thanks to you, I'm literally not going to sleep tonight.
Oh, I actually
I'm going
told
to have
someone.
nightmares. Thank you.
I told
I just
someone.
want to thank you personally.
Well, I actually am honored because I told someone earlier. I was like, I hope I traumatized at least one person.
Well, that was me.
There were kids in the room, by the way. Okay,
There was a baby
funny story.
behind me.
Funny story. I was like transporting all this stuff because we hosted a red carpet. I had to bring it all in the back, and I go out like to grab some stuff, and your film was playing, and there was a family with like 2 kids out there, and the dad and mom were like, "No, you can't watch this movie. You can't watch this movie." And the kid, he's probably like 5 or 6. He's like crying his eyes out. He's like, "I want to watch the movie. I want to watch the movie."
Yeah, get him
It's
in
like,
there.
Don't watch the movie. Trust me.
Let's go. So I got that PG-13 rating already,
dude, you did. I mean, hey, bro,
Seriously.
there wasn't any like blood or guts or anything.
No,
Yeah,
but
I
like
got-
creepy.
Yeah.
Creepy.
The VFX was crazy.
Yeah.
I told you when I saw it in the first premiere that you did, it was nuts. It was just like top tier level. It wasn't. I told you this. I was like, I was like, this ain't no film school movie or whatever.
Hey,
It's
shout out to my
legit.
film students though. You know, yeah, went to film school. But yeah, no, I really wanted to push the limits on it and come out swinging with like a great narrative piece. You know, first project after quitting King Studio and walking away from that, and Zach and all of them are super supportive of this, and it's just been such a journey. People joke about having like side quests. And this was like my main quest. It's just like the campaigns.
Yeah.
I'm in like free roam
It was
right
your
now.
main chick that you were treating like.
No!
That's the same thing.
You put a decent amount of your own money into this, and I know that because I'm a close friend of Dylan. But
I'm like, hold up. What?
But
You're like, I did what?
I see his books. No, I don't. Dylan, can you speak a little bit about just investing into yourself, but also investing into your projects and the importance of that in not only leveling up, but like just growing your talents, growing your skills?
Yeah, totally. You know, I think there's two seasons in life, especially as a creative, or really anyone pursuing their own career. It's you know, you have seasons of earning, and then you have seasons of learning. And I'm definitely in a season of learning where everything I do, I'm investing into myself. Like I will be my own best investment, just because like building the skill set and being able to pull off projects like this, and for people to trust me and know I'm reliable. So this project was a huge investment into my career, just because not only is it, you know, a narrative piece, but it tells a full story with character development and pacing, and hopefully will showcase, you know, my ability as a director and as a storyteller, so that regardless of the scale of the budget or the genre, you know, people can trust me to tell a great story that people love and resonate with and want or don't want their kids to see. So, you know.
Well, I mean, you're creating things that are not divisive, but you're creating things that kind of cause conversation and cause people to either go closer or pull back. And I feel like that's what good art is.
Thank you, man. Yeah, you know, I wanted to tell something that meant a lot to me personally, and you know, the whole brother relationship. I have one younger brother, and you know, we love each other. We butt heads every now and then, but I wanted to really dive in on like what that meant to me and show that in a world of like, if I was gone tomorrow, like what would I want him to know that like I think about him? Like what would I want his internal dialogue to be of my voice? Kind of like how Vaughn, spoilers, like you know, is conflicted with the voice of the skinwalker mimicking his brother in a negative light, and then he finally hears what his brother always meant or always wanted to say in another voice form, in the voicemail. And you know, it's all about facing your fears, and whether it was the fear of facing his brother's relationship and listening to the voicemail, or facing the literal monster head on and going into the forest with everything you got. You know, so
facing your fears.
Yeah, head on. So
I love it.
I'm wondering about the process.
Yeah.
How long filming took, the turnaround time of everything, the editing, all that.
Yeah. So I thought of the idea like over a year ago, probably like 2 years, just for fun. One of my many ideas of monster movies and everything. But I wrote the script in December of 2023, so this past December, and then was like finishing the script like into January, like start to finish, and we shot like the last weekend of January for 2 days, then we were off a week, and then on again for the first weekend of February. So it was a 4-day shoot in total, because it was like a 14-page script. So just to give us enough page count per day, but it really came down to shot count. Actually, I learned so much from doing this. I mean, the ultimate film school is like making the film. You know, you make all these mistakes. That you'll never learn. Like you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
But
can't learn to swim unless you've seen the bottom of the pool.
Yeah, I mean, I was in the deep end with this one, so
You can only float up.
yeah. But
Only
we
when
shot.
you're dead.
Probably. Then it's too late.
But
You gotta put effort into that. You gotta swim up.
I know CPR, so we'll be chilling. Yeah, it was 4 days of shooting, and I was in the trenches editing this thing like right after. I took it on to edit myself, and you know, tweaked it. We had like a private premiere at the start of this month, in July 6th, I think, and then even this past week I was tweaking little things just for this premiere. I mean, dialing in the color and a couple VFX shots, and even the whole sound design, just to get it prepped for this true like final screening. And that little intro at the start too. I was actually pretty stoked on the found footage thing. But
yeah, that was cool.
Now I'm a character in the film. I might leave that in for festivals.
Yeah, you're like, hey, I'm included into it.
I'm canonically a victim of the Skinwalker now.
Yeah,
it's kind of sick, but
that was sick.
But
all of it came together so good. It really was like a mini movie, and the way that it really compelled the emotion. That's really what I love about art and creating. I'm like, is it going to make me feel something? And I felt the relationship with the brothers. And I was like, oh, like, I think there were a few times in the audience people were like, oh, our like, you know, just to hear them react to it must have felt really good.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I feel like
there's
silence, like in those moments too, is like a really great
Yeah.
reaction to get as a director. Like you create
Because you know
a
you're
moment,
captivating.
yeah, where
their
people are just like,
attention.
take a deep breath.
Yeah.
totally. I mean, just like having the courage as a director to like hold on shots and just like really let the story speak for you instead of like telling people what it's about. Just let it play, and
Yeah.
you know, if you did a good job, you'll show what you meant to tell. But
Yeah.
You shouldn't
I
have
mean,
to explain yourself.
totally. But yeah, I mean, dude, like there's nothing more exhilarating than like screening something to a live audience. Like absolutely insane. You know, I mean, just hearing people like gasp, or I mean, someone sitting close to me like leaned forward and got all like locked in. I was like, we
you know
did
it. You know
That's
it's,
so
you know it's
cool.
game
Yeah.
time when someone's just like up
No,
here
he
watching.
literally did like hands crossed. I was like, this guy's in the
He's in
zone.
deep thought.
Yeah, like hearing people like chuckle or like even the silence, the deafening silence during those really heavy scenes was powerful for me. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so cool. I mean, that's why I love movies too. It's just a shared experience with people, like strangers and people you love, that you go with to see these films. And you know, filmmaking is just such a cool opportunity to like take something that means a lot to you,
Yeah.
and whether it's like my relationships with my family, which I try to showcase in this film, or you know, all these other films show beautiful things that mean a lot to these filmmakers, like family and morals and values and faith and all of that. But filmmaking is a great opportunity to like immortalize that, and hopefully allow it to live on forever. So stoked for this project, and you got a nice shot of Vito right there. But
Yeah,
But,
Vito just completely took out my A cam.
yeah, you're gonna need to send me that clip later. Bro. No.
Vito, fix that.
I need that clip later. Yeah, hey, you don't, Layla, you don't get that. That's mine. But
Hey, Vito, Vito. Can't even hear me. Never mind.
But yeah, man, this was just such an awesome experience. The production of Fuel to Fire, killer.
It's big
I mean, we didn't have this last time. This is great.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
We're getting.
This
we're
should be a
leveling
thing.
Up.
Yeah.
Hey,
you should.
1% every day.
Are you a co-host now, or are you substitute
Just-
teacher, or what?
I'm-
She's trying out right now. We're trying.
Yeah,
A
this
plus,
is
A
my
plus.
my audition.
No, you guys are killing it too. I need to get the hats.
You haven't gotten one yet, dude. They're probably sold
I'm at-
out.
well, I'm
Dude,
wearing
how
one right
many
now.
times have they
It's
said
camouflage.
it all night?
Oh, chill, dude.
Yeah, I'm wearing one right now.
Yeah, we're actually not wearing hats right now.
No, we made that joke earlier.
Yeah, but yeah, man. I mean, I'm honored to be a part of this. You know, it's
Yeah, bro.
such a blast making this film come to life, and so many people. We had a crew of like 30 plus.
Yeah, yours
That's
was a big one.
insane.
Yeah, big VFX
It's so
team.
crazy
Yeah.
how much goes into it.
Oh yeah, it's a village. It takes a village to make any of these projects. I mean, even like a short film, I can't even imagine. You know, watching a movie now and being like, oh, that was good, but like, no, just it's such a grind. It's such a miracle to
Wow.
bring these projects to life, no matter how they turn out. You know, so
Well, that gives me a whole different appreciation for it.
Yeah.
Because coming from the other side of it, I'm comfortable in front of a camera, but behind it, I'd be like, oh, I was just saying, like, I don't know what to do. And I don't understand the intricacies of all the things that happen behind the scenes. It's amazing.
yeah, I mean, having a big team like that helps a ton, just because. You know, on smaller, I'm actually more nervous on smaller projects than larger ones because,
Really?
well, yeah, because like having a team of people that I can rely on, I
True.
can fully, like, my mental capacity can just be fully focused in on just
One
directing.
thing, yeah.
You know, and like, but even then, so many things can slip through the cracks. There's just so much prep time that goes in, especially with filmmaking. I mean, like everything on the screen is like hard to notice and stuff, but everything on the screen is intentional. You know,
Yeah.
so. Yeah, I mean, it really does take a village to make these projects come to life. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
I got one last
So
question
sick.
for you. Well, first of all,
Yeah.
you look amazing.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very sharp.
sexy.
Very sharp.
Yeah, I was trying to channel my young.
What's up, shout out?
Young Nolan, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a question though for you.
Yeah.
Take
It's
me back.
Lululemon. Anyway, but yeah.
Oh.
Wait, really?
That's not your
Really?
question? That's not your question?
Wait, this is?
This whole set. Lulu.
What?
Yeah. Sponsor
Wait,
me.
so
Sponsor
you
me.
can work out in this then?
Dude, imagine.
You could.
Yeah,
Kind of,
bro.
people would think
Bro,
I was a
you should-
serial killer.
You
Do
should
a
run the
push-up right
marathon.
now.
I'd be like John Wick.
You're running a marathon, right? Or half?
Well, I
another
ran
half?
a marathon already, but I'll run it back.
Oh, run it back
Run
in
it
the
back.
suit, dude.
Wait,
You
that'd be kind of
should.
sick. That'd be kind of sick.
That'd
Get
be fun.
Lululemon to sponsor you running a marathon.
I'd be like John Wick or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what was your last question?
Last
serious
question,
one.
bro.
Yeah.
Take me back to your childhood.
Oh, let's get in the roots.
I gotta ask this question because I know you have a good answer for it.
Okay.
Well, I hope.
Yeah.
Take me back to your childhood. What originally just inspired you to get into filmmaking and just push yourself in a way that people normally don't? You know what I mean? But more importantly, what inspired you to like chase your dreams and aspirations in filmmaking?
Dang, that's a big question.
I only ask the big questions.
Yeah, big question, guy. Yeah, I mean, going back to the roots, I remember when YouTube was first created back in like 2005. I was in like early middle school, I think, or something. I don't even know. But my fascination in storytelling was already through the roof. I always had a big imagination, and my dad was always a great storyteller. Like, my bedtime stories were like Greek mythology and like Lord of the Rings. And then when I got old enough, I was like, wait, that's not real? Like, what? But and like my mom was always very encouraging with like my creative side, and the arts just always attracted me a lot. I just loved the ability to like make my own stories and be a character that I like aspired to become, and you know, live through those stories. And when YouTube came out or dropped or became a thing, my parents got me a camera because my buddy's neighbors, or my neighbors, my buddy, his older sister was doing YouTube videos, like these goofy little skits. And I was like, oh, what? Like, I can make movies and share them with people. And, you know, I started making more fun projects as the years went on. And then eventually, in like a broadcasting video class in high school, they showed one of my skits I made to like the whole school at lunch. There was like TVs all around the cafeteria. And I remember people were like, that was actually like good. Like, you should keep doing that. And it kept going to the point where like I did a music video with like the girl I was dating at the time, and people, like the whole cafeteria was silent. You had chill. People were like, I had chills, dude. Or like I did a horror film actually one semester, and the whole cafeteria was just dead silent, and then screamed when the monster jumped out. Like, and the TVs are small enough, but it just gave me that confidence and that thrill of being like, wow, this could
like,
be
I'm
something.
good at this.
Yeah, it was just fun too.
Yeah.
All the worries of life just go away when I'm on set and just like out there. I mean, I love nature, and if I don't do movies, I'd love to do Nat Geo, but just being on set, I mean, like Jurassic Park out in Hawaii, or like Lord of the Rings in New Zealand, it's like, okay, cool, I have this opportunity to tell crazy stories and also like travel the world, and you know what a life that could be. You know, I mean, my life already is a blessing. Yeah. I'm so grateful to be here, you know, on Created to Create podcast. But yeah, man. I mean, that's my long-winded origin story, I guess, but also spark noted. I mean, I just love filmmaking. It's just like, what is there not to love about it? And everyone's a filmmaker now. Honestly, everyone has a phone in their pocket, and it's just your only limitation is your imagination.
Very true.
I love how that rhymed.
Yeah, bars.
That needs to be like a little jingle.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
it's got a ring to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that part of like the new intro.
Maybe should I do a collab with Sam Newton?
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, he should feature me on his track.
I feel like you've been asking him to do that. Yeah.
Actually, give me a verse on your song.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah, go ahead. Hop on.
Yeah,
He's singing now too.
Yeah, bro, I'm getting voice lessons.
Really? I'll get the spaghetti. We'll get another option.
Yes, spaghetti keeps getting brought up.
Dude,
but did you know that he's taking lessons from cello?
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
Is this like public information? Sorry.
Well, I just said it on the podcast.
Okay, well now it is.
Wow.
It's out there.
DJ Blunt's coming out.
I need accountability for this, bro. Like, I can't just do this in silence. Like, obviously it's good to like work in silence and then produce out of that and only have like a small close circle of friends to like keep you accountable. But hey, this is just something where I'm like, you know what? I want to push myself. I want to get better at it.
It's good.
And I want to learn to control my voice better and just know more about music. Because I like played the piano as a kid and I got taught, but I didn't really like retain a whole lot. And so I want to learn how to read music. Like, I want to learn music theory and just be in a good place.
You know, well, practice makes perfect. I feel like you should just sing on all your podcasts from now on. Just sing all your questions.
Yeah, sing the
Just
intro or
open it
something.
up.
You still talk.
Open
You
it up.
sing.
Okay,
Yeah, the actual singer.
You take it.
Yeah.
Switch.
You should make like a little intro song.
What's
Maybe.
up, guys?
Maybe.
Created to Create.
Welcome to Created. Actually, Brendan Abernathy already made a song for me live on the podcast. It's pretty funny.
It
You
could
should go
just be
watch
such
that
a little
episode.
jingle, like created to create. Ding, ding.
But real quick, I want to say shout out to Zachary Fu, my manager, Clay Sutherland, my producer, Dave Cortez, my DP, Teddy Valentovich, my production designer, Tony Snegoff, the stunt coordinator and location manager. I want to thank the whole team, Taryn Mitchell for my composing, Mitchell Mullins for color. I mean, everyone. I wish I could name everyone. My parents for believing in me, Zach King for believing in me, Ryan Riggs, my brother Dane Bradshaw.
Ryan Reynolds for a second.
Reynolds.
Ryan Conley, actually. Shout out Ryan Conley. And Dane Bradshaw for the beautiful song at the end, Together Apart by Dane Bradshaw. Catch it on Spotify soon. We're going to be dropping a Spotify album, actually, for the whole soundtrack
Oh, no way,
of the
dude.
film.
That's legit, bro.
Yeah, so we'll have custom art for it, and yeah, a full track. So of all the songs.
What's
and
the
motifs.
artwork gonna be?
I'll probably hit up the same artist buddy. Oh, Zachary Evans. Zachary Evans, thank you so much. Like, absolute legend. If you guys need an illustrator he's
a humble,
incredible.
He's a humble king, but he is a king.
He's incredible. But so he did all the art for my end credits and for the title sequence as well. So I'll probably hit him up to do like the custom art.
Yeah.
Either that or like maybe recreate a frame from the film and do like different visualizers of like scenes from the films where that's part of the track played and stuff.
Yeah.
And then for my brother's song Together Apart, I would shoot like an actual music video, which would probably be like, I don't know, like I envision he's in like a foggy forest and he's on a stool and like the lighting is kind of ephemeral and it's intercutting with like scenes from the film and stuff. But just something fun and simple.
Yeah.
So
that's cool, bro.
Yeah.
And where can people watch the film as well when you drop it?
Yeah, so it'll probably get posted to my channel, which is just Dylan Bradshaw, with a lot of behind the scenes as well. And we're going to be submitting to film festivals this week. So
Sick.
yeah, I mean, like we're going to do all the big ones like Sundance and Tribeca and South by Southwest, like all those. Just you never know. You never know. And then a couple other big ones and niche festivals, and we'll see where it goes. I mean, I'm talking to some potential private investors and studio heads and stuff just through my like years of networking and working with people and just having fun in Los Angeles. So we'll see where it goes, man. You never know what could happen.
You never know, bro. So. You never know. Well, I'm proud of you as a friend.
My God.
Proud of you as a brother.
Yeah.
And excited to see you crush it, continue to go forward and do stuff, bro.
Thanks, man.
You're amazing.
Yeah, much love, man.
Killing it.
Yeah. You guys
Killing
rock,
it.
man. Let's go.
Yes.
This is
So
fun.
Dylan Bradshaw, everybody.
Woo!
All right, here comes Jamie Costa and JJ. Yay!
How's it going? What's your name? JJ.
Oh, come on in.
JJ and Jamie. Two big J names.
Hey,
I hope you guys are comfortable on that couch. It gets a little snug.
It is so comfortable on this couch.
Nice to meet you guys. Jamie, JJ.
What was it one more time?
Ben.
Ben.
And this is Liv.
Hi, Liv.
Nice to meet you.
This is the
Nice
Created
to
to Create
meet you.
podcast. Welcome to the show.
Love it.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
You made a film.
We did make a film.
Which film was
We
that?
made a film. It was called It's Easy to Write a
Oh,
Song.
yeah. That was one of my favorites.
That was a favorite. We had some other guests that
I
were
love
talking
it.
about it, actually.
Oh, my God.
I
Thank you.
loved it.
Thank you
just
so
the
much.
balance of just the comedy, the writing, like, it was just insane.
Thank you.
What made you want to make that film specifically?
So, I mean, we have, I'm a comedy through and through guy. Like Will Ferrell's my all-time hero. And I mean, my biggest influences ever are like Adam Sandler, Will Ferrell. And so I've always done comedy. And me and so our director, Matt, he lives in NorCal, so he wasn't able to be here tonight. But him, myself, and our buddy Josh, who played Tim in the film, we have a production company called Good Clean Fun Productions. And we'd been working on the show for 3 years called The Beach Boys. We did 3 seasons of a show. And then on the 3rd season, we got Jamie, who, if you don't know Jamie Costa, Jamie is just an absolute legend. Look him up, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, he's a genius. One of the greatest actors
throw
we've
his
ever
tag
worked
down
with.
there
Throw
for
his
him.
tag.
Yeah.
Throw his tag. He has no social media, but you look his name up, and you'll be like, oh, Jamie, wow. So anyways, we had Jamie in our 3rd season of our show Beach Boys. We had a premiere that was last summer, last June, and afterwards, we were talking, and we were like, hey, we should do something together. And it just kind of spiraled, and it became into this thing that we kind of bigger than we even expected. And that was so this short is actually part of a 5-sketch pilot for sketch comedy called Halfway Handsome. And I'll let Jamie take it away for a little bit too.
Doing so well. Yes, we found each other, and it really evolved very quickly. We just formed up like a quick band, and we fundraised, and then we put our money on top, and now, as of today, we're shopping with our literary agent with HBO and all these shows of where we want this pilot, because this is one sketch of 5. And we knocked the whole thing out, and it's very polished, and we're so proud because, we're living in a time where no one risks much, you know, and the studios especially, and we're so excited to be a part of a festival like this where you sense that energy of everybody who's putting it out there. That's how you do it. Like we were talking earlier, like in the car right here, just like how you make it in this industry ever in my mind, but in I think in the times we're in, is just getting together, and you can't ask anybody's permission. You got to give yourself permission and then figure it out where it makes sense. And these guys are just a joy. Like, they write so well, we all act well together, and we just have a very collaborative nature. And so it's so fun, and we're honored to be here and very excited with how the audience received the bit tonight. So
how was it getting that live audience feedback?
I mean, I was telling people as I was walking in, I'm like, I think it's funny, but I don't know if anybody else is.
Oh my gosh, I was cracking up. The girl next to me was losing her mind. It was so good.
It's like especially like when you do comedy, it's like you're so close to something for so long, from writing, from the idea. So the song actually, like Josh, Matt, and myself, we did a live show back in summer of 2021, I think. Summer 2020, 21. It would have been 21. Sorry, COVID. The mind.
Everybody's, everybody's.
It was one of those years.
Yeah.
And
did 2020 even happen?
No, it didn't.
Not in my mind.
We all should get a reset.
I
actually no. I love 2020. 2020 was actually a pivotal year for me.
Yeah.
Like it was a good. I don't have shame in saying it. I know it was a bad year for a lot of people, and I have a lot of empathy for that. But it was a good year, a transformative year for me, and I'll forever be grateful.
Totally. I mean, honestly, like same. It's like the perspective and everything, and it kind of made me realize, like, hey, this is what I this is what I really want to do. This is actually what makes me tick, is like film and and just performing. But we did this live show, and we had this bit of like this song, It's Easy to Write a Song, and we had kind of pretty much the same, but it was me and Josh on stage, like kind of as ourselves, and we were at a camp like with these students just like singing the song, and then in our heads we're like, oh, this could actually be like a really good sketch, and then we just take the character of like, make it's an eccentric teacher teaching a class on music, and he's just so weird, but he's like trying so hard, and he's got his own trauma and his own things that he's dealing with. And it's like you have this student who's just so overzealous and like it's like loves him, but the teacher, you have the dichotomy of the teacher like hating the student, but the student loving the teacher. And we're like, yeah, this actually could work. And so it just kind of infused and went into that sketch. But
do you do anything music related as well?
Yes, I was a worship pastor for like 10 years.
No way. Where at?
Eastside Christian Church in Anaheim.
Okay.
And then now I just volunteer at my church in Santa Monica at Vintage.
Oh,
okay.
So you go to Vintage?
Do you guys go to Vintage?
I don't, but a lot of my friends go.
Well,
to
what
Vintage.
the heck? You better get over there.
Well, you volunteer. Is that not on the worship team?
So I volunteer on the worship team. So
okay.
I lead like once a month, and so I actually just made a change in my life. Literally a month ago, I stepped down from my position at Eastside to go just full-time into film, and then now I'm just kind of volunteering. So because I moved up to LA and just going after it. So
congratulations!
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's big.
It's been a wild journey.
Since you bring up faith, are you a believer as well?
What's that?
Are you a believer as well?
I'm not a believer.
Okay.
It's kind of funny. I grew up in a Christian household and a conservative home or whatever, and then I've been on my own journey for sure. Like I don't stamp myself as of a Christian or whatever. But I don't also not, if you will, if you will. I don't like putting that limit because I don't know. And I think it's so important to. I think it's very important to acknowledge, though, the Scripture has so many profound virtue. To me, it's an important piece for our puzzle of humanity.
Yeah.
And so I'm a close home to that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
I think
in a nutshell.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree with you. I think like if anybody's in a place where they don't know, it's better to admit that you don't know rather than just run with something just because somebody else runs with it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm not like angry at anything I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't have any church hurt?
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
for those of you at home.
my original question though was, just kind of like how do you view your faith in regard to like what you do professionally and what you do like creatively and stuff, you know, like how do, not only like how much of it do you want to intertwine, but how do you view that balance of both of them?
Yeah, I mean, I think for like, you know, I can. Oh wow,
that was loud.
That was. There's a whole party happening right now. There's a DJ playing Smash Mouth, and a guy just freaked out in a chair because.
I know. I was like, what's going on over there?
And Jamie doesn't have
Hold up,
headphones.
you're definitely not a Christian, bro. You're definitely not a Christian. You're drinking beer tonight. You're definitely not a Christian.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. You're drinking beer.
You're supposed to drink wine.
Are
okay?
you kidding, bro?
Wine.
Dang it, Jamie.
You're supposed to drink the water, and it turns into wine on the way down.
My
Amen.
water got turned into this.
My water turns into beer.
I love it. You guys are awesome.
Like when Matt Torrey, the director and my writing partner, when we met, we clicked instantly, and just like I remember I was working on another project, and I was like, this guy is an incredible writer. I need to bring him on. So I brought him onto my project to write, and then he brought me onto his project to write. We just clicked, and then we kind of just started kind of being like, all right, we are writing for other people and none of this stuff is happening. We need to write for ourselves. So we wrote our show Beach Boys, and in that we're like, we should create a company. And we were like, well, like, what do we want to do? Like, so we were like, we want to do clean comedy. Clean but edgy, but like, you know, it's just like not hard R, but not like kids. You know?
Yeah.
So essentially, you know, and one of my things, like going all through film school and everything, was, you know, Christians can be funny. They don't have to be uptight, and like you could be a little edgy and still serve the Lord through comedy. And for me, comedy was always something like, it helped me through a lot of dark times, and I was like, I want to be able to do that for other people, like whether it's bring levity for a day of 5 minutes, whatever. I want to be able to give back just kind of some of those things that inspired me growing up. And so we created our production company called Good Clean Fun, and it was actually the name of the first script that we wrote together. But it also like kind of hit the values of things that we wanted to do. We wanted to make something that was good, something that was like high quality, produced well, that was clean. Like it's not like, it's something that like your family can be around and nobody's like really that uncomfortable. It's like they might be a little like, oh wow, they went there with that joke, but like not like crazy to where like somebody's like, turn this off, it's terrible. And fun, just something that people can enjoy. And like we were just like, we want to kind of create this warmth and like kind of inviting atmosphere, so for people who, you know, of all different beliefs and walks, and you know, can enjoy something and, you know, bring levity. So that was kind of how that happened, and then it's just morphed into something that bigger than we ever could imagine.
From what it sounds like, you're wanting to create things that like in a way glorify the Lord through the way that you're creating it, but you're not putting emphasis necessarily on the fact that like this is a Christian thing.
100%. And I mean, I think like that's infused like through just like who we are as people, and it's like we're not trying to like hit anybody over the head with any sort of agenda or thought, like, and we're just very much like, hey, if anybody, you know, whatever you believe, it's totally fine. We just want to entertain you and bring you levity and bring you joy for a little bit. So
I love that, bro. I love it. I think that's something like we talked a lot about on this podcast as well. We're created to create. That's a premise by God, because He's a creator and He wants us to also create. But there's also like very specific reasons for doing that. And some people are called to create at a church and be a part of a ministry directly. Some people are called to not do that and to be excellent in what they're doing, but we're all called to do it for a very specific reason. And when you're living in the kingdom of God, it's less about like, oh, what are you labeling it as? And it's more so of how are you going about doing what you're 100%. Doing? And how are you impacting people along the way with what you're doing? Are you actually diving deep into the relationships of everybody you're talking to? Are you being aware of what the Holy Spirit is telling you? Like, hey, this person isn't having a good day today. As a director, am I going to like yell at them, or am I going to lovingly be understanding but also call them higher while I'm doing that?
Totally.
Like, there's definitely a difference of doing that. And
you're fired.
Yeah.
God loves you. Goodbye.
Yeah, like you can't say both of those things in the same sentence. It doesn't work.
Not at all.
That's where you do get church hurt. Like you get people that are just traumatized. They're like, well, I don't want to be a part of whatever you're doing.
I was part of that production. Let me tell you, I don't pray anymore.
Oh, you guys are awesome. No, that's it. Well, it's cool to see what you're doing. I mean, I'm just introduced to it, but it sounds like you guys are awesome.
I'm a fan.
Thank you.
I'm already a fan.
Thank you so
Sure.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Well, one last thing. If you had to sum this whole night into one word, what would it be?
Oh, the whole night if you had to sum the whole night into one word, what would it be? Oh gosh, that's so hard.
I know, that's
One
why I asked
word.
it. That's why I asked it.
Why can't I have like
Cinematic.
a sentence? What you say?
Cinematic.
Cinematic.
Yeah.
Titillating.
It'll.
Oh,
I never heard that.
See, that's why they're the
that's
writers.
a nice word.
It just felt like a good word, you know?
What does it mean?
That was a
What
good
does it
one.
mean? You can't just say
Nobody
that.
knows what it means. It's provocative, you know?
It gets the people going.
It gets the people going.
But I feel it.
I was just about to say, I can't take credit for that. That's my hero. right there.
I'm
So
going to look
good.
up the actual meaning after this.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
curious.
Titillating?
Titillating.
How did you
and
spell
if
that?
it's Tillating. And if it's bad, I didn't say it.
You know what? I don't know why. I just think it's something like stimulating.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Is
go
that
back
like a
and like
synonym?
bleep out every time you say the word
Yeah.
titillating.
Titillating. It's just like,
That
what is
was
this?
my first thought. That was my first thought. Yes. That.
I will say, stimulate, excitement, it just
Yes.
brings
Okay.
joy. It's so
Very
many different emotions that you can't
That was a good one, though.
you can't
You
get
really,
into one
you really
word.
took that job seriously.
No, I'm glad you picked what you picked. That's so much better than
That's why
exciting.
you should
Yeah.
watch Halfway
Fun.
Handsome.
Yeah. Fun.
That's our show.
That's our halfway handsome.
I love it. Well, thank you
Amazing.
guys so much
Thank
for hopping on and
you.
sharing.
Thank you.
So fun chatting.
Yeah.
Likewise.
For real. Let's go dance.
We'll see you on the pod.
Yeah. The dance floor is still popping.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
it
got to
is.
get over
See.
there. Also, have you guys gotten a hat yet?
No, but I better
Go get a
buy
hat,
one.
bro.
one. We want
These,
one.
I mean, these things are fire.
They are pretty dope.
Yeah.
I'm not a camo guy usually.
Well, now you are.
But
Next
I guess
time I'm hunting, I'm putting mine
There
on.
you go.
nobody can see
It goes
me.
great with an orange jacket.
Wait, where's your head? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, see? What's the point if you can't
that was
see
a
it?
camouflage joke
What,
you're saying
for those of you at
I'm
home.
bald?
Have you heard of hymns?
I have.
Hey.
I need
Check
to
it
take
out.
advantage
Hey, I'm
of
on
it.
Rogaine too, bro. It happens. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
This
thank
has
you
been
guys.
fun. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Good meeting y'all. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Nice to meet you. You guys killed it. It was so good.
Oh, jeez.
Very fun.
Do we have time for it?
Yeah, sure. Where's Hudson? Where's Hudson? Okay, yeah, just hop in real quick. Let me get Hudson real quick, and then we'll get you on. Let's go, let's go. We got to get this.
Did you bring goodies for me? For us?
Someone just gave that to me.
Oh, it's kind of nice.
It is kind of nice to hear, yeah.
Check. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
nice.
It is.
Crisp.
Try to get Hudson on, but he's too busy.
He's too busy mingling around and being
Mingling,
super
hanging out with
popular.
his-
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
There he is.
There he
let's go. Get him in, get him
is.
in, get him in. Hudson
Yo,
Hopper!
yo.
Wow.
Guys, I just wanted to get you on really quick to chat about the event, hear your thoughts on how it's going.
I think it's good. I think people like it.
We've heard positive things on the
Oh,
podcast.
yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Everybody's
How do
singing
you-
high praise.
How do you actually feel about it now that we've gone through it? I feel tired. Oh, that's me. That's me. The event itself. I feel like we talked a lot last year about year 3 is when we make movies, and year 2 here felt like a real step towards movies.
Yeah.
Like we didn't have duds. I felt like each film was like we didn't have a perfect film tonight, but we had a lot of films that with comboed with other people are like real freaking movies. So
Yeah.
that got me really excited.
Yeah, we just talked
It
to
was
Dylan
mini
Bradshaw
movies.
about his.
Yeah.
And his is crazy.
Dylan crushed it. His was, and I was really impressed with everybody that submitted a film. Like this year, it definitely stepped up from last year, and I do feel like I'm glad that we're pushing and helping support the group to become better and push into the industry. So I'm stoked about it.
You're being true friends.
Yeah.
What was something that you would do better for next year, even just immediately off the top of your head?
Honestly, probably enlisting a more crew in the beginning because Hudson's taking on like 90% of behind the scenes and he's tired, and then I'm trying to do what I can, and then there's a lot of technical stuff while the event's going. Like I kept running in the back to try to fix some audio things and whatever, and he did that last time. So I think getting like a crew volunteer ahead of time to like actually run the event would probably be my thing.
Yeah, we had an awesome crew that helped us this year, but so many people that came in so late, last minute. But I think as we build up like the brand identity of who we are, it makes sense to people be like, oh, I believe in this mission. I want to be a part of that. And
that's one thing I'm hearing. Like everybody that had, like wasn't here the first time that's here again is like, are you guys doing it again? I want to make a film. Like that's kind of what people said last year. I want to make a film. So I'm glad that we're inspiring people to make stuff. So
yeah, I was talking also to another guy who hopped on, John Corral, and he was talking about how like LA needs more of this, and we're just continuing. I was speaking on behalf of you guys, but how you guys want to continue to inspire other people to do similar events. Like you don't want to be the only film festival that's doing this type of thing.
Yep, no, totally. And that's one of the things last year we made Fuel the Fire, and the question it like was a hit, and everybody's like, great, so Fuel the Fire should do music festival and Fuel the Fire should do blank, 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 blank. And we said, wait a second, me and Jace want to make movies. We barely can put one event together. Do we want to be event planners or do we want to make movies? But wow, people now can see, wow, it takes like two like mildly ADHD, like just like out here like guys who are editing their films on the last day to throw together a film festival.
Yeah.
I live with Hudson. He was up until 3:30 in the morning last night.
3:30 last night and 3:30 the night before. So
my gosh.
Yeah,
you're gonna crash.
I am going to
tonight.
crash.
I'm ready for bed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am. Yeah, totally. So, but thank y'all so much for just hosting this side of things and Created to Great. We such believe in that mission, and so
thank you.
How did Ben sucker you into coming and helping him?
Against my will.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here.
That's on camera.
No, well, I know that you asked Jay, but too bad she's in Colorado.
Jay was like, fly me out. I'm like, tickets
so
are
sad
like
she's not here.
$800.
No, but then
Next
he
year.
asked me, I was supposed to film tonight, and I was like, you know what? I film every week. I'll be here.
I do want to shout out
It's
Liv
cool.
for that because it takes a special person to like have a realization and be like, you know what, I want to prioritize something, and so I'm going to take action to prioritize that. And you guys are talking about prioritizing creativity, prioritizing doing things that you feel led to do. And I don't know, it was just cool to see. Like there was no expectation on my end for you to do that. It was like hey Liv, like do you want to do this with me? Like I feel like it would be fun.
Yeah.
But if not, it's totally fine. Like I can ask
And it's
somebody
just
else.
cool to have the conversations.
Yeah.
It's like this isn't a high pressure whatever. Like this is fun to just like chat, and I hate this phrase, but pick your brain.
Yeah,
pick
totally.
people's brain. I'm like, why would you say that?
Yeah, gross.
I don't know why that just came to my mind.
So
I don't know
cringe.
how else to say it.
A question for you were you here last year?
No.
What was your experience doing a lot in the YouTube space and seeing that world? And then we come from like somewhere in the middle in a commercial space that's trying to move to narrative. Just like, what was your experience like? Were you like
interviewers now?
That I am so amateur. That's my experience. I'm seeing
Different
these things
audience,
and I'm
different
like,
audience.
yeah, it is a
It is
different,
different
and
audience.
it's a different niche. It's a different goal. It's way different. Here's my thing is like I try to change. I don't have a team. I have an editor. So I'm writing my idea. I'm thinking about the props that I need. So I'm like writing it down and directing and I guess producing. I'm filming it and then I send it off and then I do the revisions and then it's out once a week.
That's
it's
crazy.
a lot. On top of, and then you have other platforms, then you're trying to also release music. It's just
Well, yeah,
You're
tough.
crushing it.
Your main thing is
You're crushing
music, right? Like that's what
Yeah.
you want to pursue, like long term.
I kind of want this to full circle back to just larger scale productions like musical theater.
Yeah.
You know, movie musicals or
Because that's what you did like in high school. Even.
Yeah, and I trained in that for 2 years, like in a conservatory. But I also love writing and releasing music. So I don't know, but I know that audience is key. Having an audience and a platform that is supporting in whatever you're doing. I mean, that's how you make a living off of it.
It is.
Totally.
Yeah.
One thing that I'm so passionate about with Fuel the Fire is we can tell different stories than on social because barrier to exit is so much higher. So people, if they're watching a film in our theater and it's not very good or there's a long pause, you can give them that long pause. What's so hard with YouTube is you can't give them a long pause.
I noticed that too.
So you have all these comedy moments that are built with like Yo-Yo just being like, Jace's reaction, but it doesn't work.
And those are the parts that I laughed.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I try to incorporate that with what I do because it's like the subtle things to me that are funny, not just the attention grabbers because your attention span is only 6 seconds long. And it's so hard to juggle that.
It's an art in its own right,
Yeah.
though. It's hard to do, like, especially in YouTube, just to be funny.
And especially short form. Because you
Yeah.
only have 20 seconds to
It's
make me
well
laugh.
done.
Like,
Retention
that's
rate,
it.
retention
Well,
rate.
can I ask you guys, what was your guys' favorite part about the event?
My favorite part is seeing all the people that I know, but then also getting to know new incredible faces that I wouldn't have known if
Yeah,
this
it's just
event
the
didn't take
community.
place. Community is, I mean, you know.
Hearing the conversations,
Yeah.
the support, seeing the talent, encouraging each other.
A lot of
it's sick.
smiles on faces, guys. A lot
Yeah.
of smiles.
Yeah.
You're creating.
Was
lot
there a
of
film
joy.
that stood out to either of y'all?
Oh, yeah. What's your favorite?
I watched half of
favorite film?
Jace's film from the green room and half of the volleyball Davies film from the green room, and that's about it. I was too
Nice.
busy setting
well,
this
you
up.
can't say.
Yeah.
Personally, the music videos. I mean, I'm biased.
Yeah.
I
Hudson
thi-
crushed
Ah!
it. Good job.
Bro.
So good.
And
dude.
also just Cello's expression.
His
I was like,
performance was
holy
absurd.
crap.
Yeah.
Like that gave me full body chills.
Yeah.
But it was the combination. That was like perfect storm. Both of you. I was like, what? That was nuts.
We were we like worked for almost 3 months, meeting like twice or 3 times a month, and just like walked through where his heart was at with the song itself, and then started developing the performance around it.
That's a good director right there. Good job. Good
Very
job being a
intentional.
director.
It was one of those of like we just talked about it for hours and hours, and then we went and shot it. I shot it all on my iPhone with his performances just in his backyard. And so by the time we actually went to real set and the big crew was there, I was like, Cello, you know the scene.
You knew what
and
we're
he just
doing.
instantly is just like, boom, crushes it.
He crushed it.
Wow.
Well done. Yeah.
There were just so many moments in that I loved. Like when it comes back to the chorus and he has that like creepy smile. I was like, ugh, that's like so gut wrenching because I don't know if the people that are watching this sees what I'm talking about. Do they? In this
Maybe.
podcast, you're going to show some of them?
Here's some clips.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not even going to spoil it anymore. Whatever. The acting paired with all of your genius and camera work, I was like, what is this?
Thank you so much.
It was so
that
good.
means a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it soon, and I'm gonna have my thoughts.
Yeah.
I'll give you thoughts at home.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for doing this, for putting on the event, and for just carrying like a good weight and saying yes to God for Him placing something on your hearts and you just running with it. It's impacting a lot of people, obviously, we see. So I know you guys are like so tired, but congratulations and thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks for
Congrats.
being just a creator that is glorifying and doing that boldly, glorifying the Lord and working on content that's like beautiful and meaningful and not shying away from it and just showing up and being a part of something like this.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Praise the Lord.
Woo-woo.
Hey, should we go dance with DJ Legacy?
Yeah,
Probably
we
should.
should.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's
go. I
make it
hear
happen.
Justin Bieber. I hear Justin Bieber. Let's go.
JB, baby. JB.
Guys, thank you for listening. This has been Created to Create from Fuel the Fire. Love you guys. Thank you
Love
so
y'all.
much. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.